1969 by the International Speedway Corporation, which is controlled by the France family. NASCAR is actually looking to buy ISC at the current moment. The first race here was in 1969. That was a very important date in NASCAR history. During that time, the drivers were really concerned about driving in this race. One of them being the tires, and two, just with the track being so wide and so fast. And the tires falling apart. A lot of drivers were scared to run and, in fact, protested the race. Well, the day before, they had basically the Nationwide Series race there. And with that, a lot of those guys got to fill into the field for the Sunday race. One of those guys in particular being a guy named Richard Childress. If anybody knows Richard Childress, he has 6 Sprint Cup titles, or Winston Cup championships, under his name as a car owner for Dale Earnhardt. And with the money that he won in that race, or earned in that race, he started Richard Childress Racing. And as they say, the rest is history.
It's going to be a good show for sure.
This race is going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot of high speeds, of course. To run this race, it's pretty simple. It's basically wide open, unless you're in the pack itself and you want to kind of let off a little bit and give some room to the other guys. But this is either going to go really good and we'll be done in a couple hours, or this is going to be really bad and I'm going to be up till midnight broadcasting this event. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the key here is going to be, too, if somebody can make that second lane work, groove up above the yellow line, they're going to be tough to beat if they can make a second line and get working well.
Yeah, the second line here is definitely going to be key. You need to have a good pack of, I would say, at least 3 or 4 guys that could stay together and hold the line around the racetrack. And if you could do that, then you're definitely going to beat those guys on the bottom, or at least run side by side with them.
And fun fact, last week when we were talking about this race, there was somebody that told me that they're actually fairly confident they can make that second lane work.
So we are hearing that from a group of people, a group of racers, thinking that they can make that outside lane work. It's just going to be a matter of having the right help at the right time, and that's just how it is at Talladega. You got to.
It's always how it comes down to here.
Right run. This is one of the obviously not this year because they just recently took the plates out, but this track in the past has been known for running in a big pack because of the restrictor plate. Basically what the restrictor plate does for all of our newbie viewers today, restricts the power of the motor. Mainly the reason for that was because they've already trimmed down the horsepower to like what, 550 horsepower, 650 horsepower,
something like that. 550, I think.
So these engines can have the capacity of going about 800 horsepower. So they've already cut it in half with the bigger tapered spacer.
And in real life, they also increased the spoiler length because their test session they were having speeds NASCAR that they wanted. So they also increased the length of the spoiler.
For this race?
In real life, they did.
Right on. So, and the reason why they increased the spoiler for this year is just to increase the downforce on the race car. But it'll be interesting to see what this package is capable of doing here. With the 2019 rules package, is basically the same as the 2018 rules package for the game, because it's just too much coding to do and all that other crap. We will see some cars fly. We will definitely see our fair share of wrecks. They do have damage on, so we'll see how much they push it early on or how much they want to. And we'll see toward the end of how much they're willing to try to move somebody out of the way.
10% sounds like they're already going in the Discord.
Yeah, that Discord's going off. I wish we could record some things and get a good radioactive feed.
Right. I just got it.
Y'all suck with these invites. Y'all suck with those invites. I just now got it. Y'all are gonna have to wait. That sounds so gay.
Are you in the race yet?
JK. Alright, and we are getting ready to get into the race here. We are about to start. Give me just a moment here.
Looks like we're under green here.
And we are under green. Sorry about that, y'all. And it looks like they just started. We got the 48 out front. Looks like he might have a good piece here this evening.
24's looking to try to get something going on the bottom now.
I can't remember who's in what car, so we're going to pull up the entry list here. B from Cade. We have the 48 here, a Factor, leading the pack here. Then we got a battle for second here between Cato and I'm sorry, who's in the
Cato's trying to transfer the lead down there on the inside.
In the 88. We got Todd racing here in the 88 as well.
Somebody's down in the apron.
And then we got
the 4 car.
And we got David in the 47. So it looks like so far it has been a Ford show. We got a couple cars on the apron already. Let's change the camera angle here a little bit. Looks like Stewart House Racing, the Fords have kind of spread out a little bit here at the beginning here. But it seems like everybody's kept it clean for the most part here at the beginning of this event. We see the 42 here. I wonder if he's going to hit the wall this race, just like the real driver of the 42.
Got the outside looking pretty strong here right now.
Yeah, the outside line looks like they got a really good group there and staying organized, but the 24 here is trying to make a run toward the front here for the end of this lap.
Down, try to help them down there at the bottom.
It looks like they've got a really solid group. The 48 is still going to lead that lap. I believe the 41 is being driven by JB, and it is. JB is the third car in line there to the outside.
Take a ride along here. I don't know who the 10 car is up top.
10 car is going to be UCF Fan 115.
Alright, we're taking a ride here with UCF. Let's get an in-car view here if I can.
We'll get on board here with the 48. We're seeing him run up front. Let's go get some other drivers here within the pack. We're going to ride on board here with the 47 of Dayman, David Royal, as he's also known as. He's riding around second in line, probably around fourth place here, but second place on the bottom group.
10 cars around.
And there's a wreck.
Caution,
there's a wreck. They're around.
10 cars around.
Caution is out. The caution is out. Caution will wave here. The field is frozen. Looks like the 9 car is out of the race. Oh, we got cars already getting damaged.
10 car damage doesn't look horrible. Got the radios heating up.
Well, I think
looks like somebody lost connection by the sounds of things.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody's losing connection. Nobody knows how to slow down. And plus, I think with damage being on this race, you're going to see some tempers flare.
47's got a lot of damage on the front end of his machine.
Yeah, David's got some major damage there on the front end.
See if I can get a better look at that.
Well, it looks like we might be restarting this event.
Looks like pits are open by this is what I'm hearing. Pits will be open this time is what I'm hearing.
Pits open official from race control this time. Be interested to see who will come in and who will stay out. But I think everybody's going to take this pit stop here to get their setup in.
The 9 has exited the race with a blown motor tonight.
Typical. Oh, did I say it out loud? Did I just talk shit about Philip? Oops. Did I just say shit on my stream? Yep, I just did like 3 times. Oops. Here we are. Looks like the 48 is going to win the race off of pit road.
47 sitting here getting his damage repaired. As he makes his way off.
Yeah, it looks like the 47 might be staying on pit lane there for a little bit. We're already seeing cars with damage, but the 47 definitely has the worst of it.
Looks like we're starting to get lined up here.
But I believe I heard that the 2-car did pit. It just sounds like he only took about 2 tires. Hey, Colin, welcome to the stream. Enjoy your iRacing thing. We can talk later. See you later. But here we are, getting this thing going.
There we go. Let's get a review here for the restart.
Looks like we will be going green here this time by. We're going to change the camera here. But we got the 2-car of Alexander Ned up at the front. Then we got the 48, the 88, and then the 41, I think. Can't really see at this camera angle. Lining up in 4th place, JB there.
The driver of that 2-car is a good broadcaster in his own, if you haven't seen.
Well, I will say that 41, he's probably got some kind of custom setup in. He's probably going to try to cheat this race today. So.
Yeah, like his brother Hyper.
Alright, if we are getting ready to go green, looks like they'll be going green this time by. The 14 needs to get his act together, but I think once that happens, we will be getting going here. I think they will be going here in the Geico restart zone here for the Geico 250. And coming through the trial, it is the 2 and the 48 side by side. The 2-car is your leader. He's the control car.
Like he's going.
And green flag back of the air. We are underway at Talladega once again. And they are running side by side here, nose to tail. 48 got off to a terrible restart there. The 88's going to peek to the outside. Probably try to get that freight train going again on the outside here.
Is anybody going to join him though?
I don't think so this time. I think everybody wants to play it a little bit
safe. He's behind.
I think they're going to take it, play it safe here. Probably just play it onto the bottom line for now.
42's getting into a really big push down the back straight away here.
I think they realized from the first wreck here they need to play it safe here. It's only lap 7 or 8 right now.
Yeah, so far it's looking
low. I'm sorry,
5, looking low.
6 or 7. But it looks like the 2 is going to let the 42 go. But he's going to try to pull up here to the outside line to make the outside line work. I don't know how well that's going to do this early on. But,
88's trying to catch up to the 42, give him a shove.
I believe it is the 42 that led the lap. Give that to the 42. Oh, the 42 and the 2 make contact. And everybody keeps it clean, for the most part. And somebody's talking about shooting the gap already to make it 3 wide. But it looks like the 42 is leading the race right now, and the bottom line is running really good here so far.
Still some battles going towards the back of the 48's rebounded fairly solid. He's got back up to the 3rd position after his rough restart.
Yep, after his rough restart there, he's back up into the 3rd position, just about trying to bide his time. As we see the 10 car up into the wall once again.
Looks like the 4 car's just trying to play it safe here. He's staying a pretty solid little bit of a distance there behind the pack. Looks like he's just trying to stay out of trouble right now.
Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the best way to do it here, is just to play it safe. You got the 14 trying to make a move, but I don't think anybody's going to go with him this time. But I think you're better off just trying to run it very conservatively here. I'm gonna take race control out of my ear because I can't do this. All right, so it looks like the 24 is going underneath the 2 car this time. And it looks like the 2 will continue to fall back as we were on board with William. Looks like everybody is playing it safe for the moment. 14 trying to make something work on the outside, but I don't think he's going to have any friends. Makes you wonder if overheating is going to be an issue in this race. You got the 48 all over the bumper.
It could be, depending on how much tape these guys decide to put on their race cars.
I've always been a guy for Talladega to never run tape. Or if I do, it's very, or if I do, it's very minimal. That way, I can stay on the guy's bumper for a lot longer.
Exactly. Don't have to worry about overheating quite as much that way. You got a couple guys there towards the back starting to make that high line try to work.
Well, it looks like the outside line might be forming again. We're going to go on board here with the 4 car. Well, maybe not. The 14's just kind of dipping back down. Everybody's just kind of trying to play it safe, maybe try to make a move.
Looks like they decided to move back to the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's just kind of biding their time here on a single file freight train around the racetrack. Sounds similar to the Gatorade Duel at Daytona a few months ago.
It's 41 looking back in.
And let's see, it looks like the 24 and the 2 are going to try to do something. Can't really do much here. You need at least 3 or 4 guys to be able to make that outside lane work. We saw that there in the open.
We got a couple guys trying to make it work right now.
I don't know. You need at least 1 more guy, and they need to hold pretty steady. They're kind of bobbing.
They're starting to fade.
Yeah, they're losing a little bit of ground. But so far, the Chevrolets are dominating this race. You know it's NASCAR Heat 3 when the Chevys are leading.
47's hanging in fairly strong considering the damage he's still got on that front end.
Yeah, it looks like he's still on the back edge of the top 5 there, running about the 5th position, so he's doing really good.
5th or 6th.
I don't know how David makes that transition from iRacing to Heat 3 and do just as good. I can't do it.
47 been way up the track. I think saw the 3 getting a little bent out of shape up there ahead.
Yeah, and what's amazing is these guys are just giving everybody a little bit of room.
But he's going to get back on the track with no problems.
All right, it's going to work out just fine. And the 2 car might be trying to make a move on the 3, kind of feathering a little bit.
And the 41 car is really laying back. He might be about to lose the draft as far back as he is.
Yeah, I think from what I'm hearing, he has already lost the main draft. So he is a sitting duck. He's got all the air on his nose. Nobody really to work with to make him go any faster. So he's just going to be riding out there. He's probably banking on a caution.
If I were him, I might be considered trying to get a hold of that 10 that's not too far ahead of him there and see if he would fall back and work with him, them being SHR teammates.
Yeah, you know, if you could definitely get a teammate to come down there and draft with you, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I mean, the 10 car's the next car in front of him. Granted, he does have the 24, the 10 car still does, but if he wanted to drop back and help his teammate out, he very easily could.
Yep, he very well easily could. Looks like we got a 3-car tandem here for the top side of the racetrack, trying to get up to the front. It looks like right now they're just able to maintain the back edge of the top 5 here.
That 3 is kind of everything but smooth right now.
Yeah, that 3-car looks like he's driving a little bit intoxicated.
47 down to the apron. He looks like he's going to get back up.
He's going to make it work. He's going to keep it stay there. I think he's trying his best to work around that 3-car. The 3-car hits the apron. 3-car is out of shape. 3-car is still out of shape. 47 had to back down.
He's going to get back up there.
And it looks like the 42 is going to have a huge lead now. It looks like that top lane is going to have to get a big run here. They're going to try to pass him.
You got the 41 is down making a pit stop here.
Making an early pit stop here. I guess the 10 didn't want to work with the 20, or didn't want to work with his teammate there in the 41. So 47 is also going to drop back.
Together right now.
I am just amazed that the 3 did not crash the entire field there.
Yeah, I'm surprised the entire field didn't die.
But they all made it work. They are all very good drivers in this league, so that definitely does help.
You got the 14 now looking underneath the 3 car. The 3 car is stuck in the high line.
I'd be very nervous trying to run around that 3 car. It seems like he has not been able to.
14 now jumped to the high side. The 4 car's too far back to really make it work. But see, went up there as well.
But he comes back down there. That 3 car is still bobbing and weaving like he's a man on alcohol.
The 3 car's either drunk or fighting an extremely loose race car.
I'm gonna go with the first part.
14 jumping to the high side.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to make the high line work, but nobody wants to go with him. I think he's trying to get Alexander Ned there in the 2 car to possibly go with them, but he don't want to go nowhere right now. He just kind of wants to lay back.
The biggest concern for him today is will his internet stay intact. He has a lot of issues with that typically.
Yes, that is very true. Alex Ned does have some trouble with the internet. But it looks like these top 5 cars, top 5-6 cars, are still running single file and just. Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to make it work. If he keeps doing that 3 car will probably take him out.
Caden, that number 14, is determined to try that high line.
He is always down to drive the high. I've always considered Cade a lot like Boyer with his personality. It does make sense. It makes sense on why he likes him. But it ain't gonna work well here. You gotta. I think he's just gonna have to fall in line for now. He's trying to make that high line work. Trying it again. I'll give him credit. Up there with him. Yeah, well,
but nobody else would go.
Fall back in line.
So wonder the 2 doesn't jump up and try to work with him a little bit, being both Fords there.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely try to give it a run, but just seems
I think with the speed Tegan and Cade always have, I feel like it could work.
Yeah, it definitely could. You just gotta stay hooked up, and I wonder if the 3 car might even do something here. Maybe try to ride their coattails a little bit, but
it's a possibility. If he wants to try to gain some positions here, he could easily do it that way.
Yeah, he definitely could. I believe the 41 car is a lap down. We haven't talked about him much, but it looks like that is him going to turns 3 and 4 right now, as the leaders are about to enter turn 3. Looks like here in the next couple of laps they might be putting JB another lap down.
Got the 48, the 88, 40, and 42 are working really well together right at the moment.
Yeah, these 3 Chevrolets here up the front, they all got Hendrick motors and they all seem to be running really well together. Going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Here in the next few moments, I believe Colin Hudson will be starting to stream. So if you start to hear a stream in the background, you know what I am listening to in the background today. But we are rolling here at Talladega. And it looks like they might be getting a 3 or 4 car tandem here. It looks like the 2 is finally making a move.
Decided to jump up with them. Looks like the 3's even tagging the back there as well with the Fords.
And they might be able to do something here. You know, 4
they got
is
the numbers
than 3.
if they can form.
If they can form, they definitely might be able to do it. Looks like the 2 car might be diving back down to the bottom here. Maybe just
looks like they decided to drop back. Decided they didn't like the run they had, I guess.
Yeah. You got to really have a special run to be able to do anything to get up toward the front. Yeah, the 14's going to try one more time. I don't think it's going to do anything, though.
We'll ride along here with the 4 car here. He's giving the 14 a nice shove.
Oh, and the 3 kind of gave a shot to the 4 car there. Lost a little bit of his momentum. Let's ride along here with the 3 car of a Racer for Life 88. Having a solid run today. Looks like everybody's able to keep it.
Things are looking fairly calm as the 14 once again trying that high side as it falls back in line.
I'm getting sick watching that 3 cars on board, so we're just going to back out of that. Looks
14
like
car lift. Nobody goes here. With him. You got guys
looks like
hitting
the 88 is going down pit road. 88 to 48. Everybody went down pit road. Or the top 2 leaders there went down pit road. Probably just going to take fuel to make the rest of the stage. I believe the fuel window is starting to open up for these guys here toward the end of stage number 1.
'42 has inherited the lead for the time being due to the pit stops.
But will he get the wall? That's the main question that we are looking out for here. I'm just looking for it for the meme's sake. That's really it.
As they come off of turn 4, all in single file for the moment. It's that lead pack.
They might pit here, they might not. No, everybody's staying out this time.
I thought the 3 slowed, he was going to pit.
Yeah, he's been, I think he's just losing the draft.
Looks like he's starting to.
But looks like the top 4 cars here are running nose to tail.
Indeed they are.
These Fords, these 3... Cade always wants to try to make that highline work, but nobody wants to go with him, it seems like.
You gotta give Cade credit in one area. He's determined for sure.
Yeah, he's trying to make a show out of this, and that's what he's always been good for, is always just trying to make everything entertaining as much as possible. For now, I think he's just kind of waiting to the end of the stage to possibly make that slingshot pass on the last lap.
It's a possibility.
But I think you got to make that pass here before the last lap. You got to be able to do it like about 2 to go. Seems like here anymore.
These
but
top
the 41
5
is zooming by.
These top 5 got to be getting to the point where they're going to have to pit.
Well, the 3 cars actually caught this group a little bit, probably because he's been able to stay in their draft a little bit. Probably got the tail end of it, he's been able to work with it. But here's the 41 zooming by in our picture, but here come the leaders. The leaders, I'm amazed, have not caught the... I'm surprised they have not caught this 41 as fast as they have been.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been exactly very orthodox with their draft here, this league pack hasn't.
Yeah, that's very true, and it looks like they're going to stay out for yet another lap. But it looks like they are catching the 41 now. Seems like everybody's kind of
ever since they kind of settled down here a bit.
Yeah, I think Cade realizes that's just early on in the race, and that outside lane ain't going to work right now.
I think it's more of the, I don't think it's that it's not working. I think it's more the fact that he doesn't have enough friends to try it right now.
But he has got one hell of a fast car. If he gets the friends to do it, he will definitely.
Cade washed up, went up high.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get back down.
He gets in behind the 4.
Barely was able to get in there behind the 4. I wonder if these guys are going to pit this time.
You need to take yourself a 4 this time.
No, everybody's going to stay out once again. I think they're just going to run it dry.
It's starting to appear they should be getting close to that, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what lap they're on. I took race control out of my ear a few laps ago.
I haven't heard anything, but I really haven't been paying that close attention either. 14 jumping. Nothing.
And nothing this time. Oh, the 14's kind of lagging a little bit here. But they are catching that 41 ever so slightly.
The 3 must have got scared of the 14 as he's lagged off.
Yeah, the 3 is backed off just a little bit here, but I think he's lost the draft.
What kind of effect does this 41 have?
I'd use him as a pick.
I believe they're probably going to be pitting this time.
And they're all pitting except for, well, everybody's
very last minute. Did the 3 car stay out?
No, 3 car came in.
Did he came in? My camera changed beforehand. And here we're going to watch the 88 and 48.
We got some green flag pit stops coming up here from Talladega.
We got the 88 and 48 here hooked together, and as they enter 3 and 4. 14 sounds like he's exiting pit road. And
it looks like everybody's just doing a gas and go. The top 4 cars are back out onto the track. It'll be interesting to see where they line up. By they, I mean the 48 and the 88. Let's see where they're
48 and 88 are coming through the trioval right now.
They are coming through the trioval. Let's go on board with the 48 here of Cato, or Factor, I'm sorry. Looks like the 3 car just got the hell out of the way. But I think the leaders are off turn 2, and they are indeed. And not much is going to happen there.
Looks like the strategy by that top 4 may have ended up working out to their advantage here.
Staying out as long as they could, and then they just took what little gas they could to get to the finish. That's about all.
That's what it appears.
Because they were only on pit road at what looked like for about 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, I think they just probably put half a can, maybe a can, whatever they felt like they needed to get to the end of the stage.
Well, they were able to do it. That is for sure. Colin's alive now.
Well, we got the 42 up with a huge run on the top side. The 4 going up and joining him here. The 42 is going to come down in front with the lead.
And that was an impressive lead change.
I think we got the K lag boost there to give him the lead.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely does help. That definitely does help. It looks like we are getting going here. Top 4. We're coming down to the end of this stage. The 4 better start laying on that 2's back bumper.
They're closing that 42 real quick.
Yeah, they closed up on him real good there through that turn. And it looks like
they're
2 cars going to the outside. Yeah, kind of laying back, maybe doing it. 42 coming up here to try to block
it. Almost looks like the 2's a little hesitant.
And the 2 cars going to come down to the bottom. The 2 is on the bottom of the track, and the 42
we got a 3-car battle here.
And that's about it right there. And they need to get back nose to tail once again. Probably gonna do a little switcheroo here. The 2 might come down, let the 4 go here. Looks like that is happening this time by. The 42 is still your leader. He's led most of the first stage here between him and the 88 that was running pretty strong early on.
The 42 all over the place, ensuring that nobody can't get by him.
Yeah, he's definitely pulling up all the blocks.
It looks like that'll be the end of stage 1 with the 42 taking the win.
And the 42 wins stage number 1. I didn't realize that was the last lap of stage 1. But it looks like here everybody will get fresh rubber, new tires, fresh rubber, new tires, and gas here.
That could be a huge break though for JB, who I believe was a lap down.
But is he the first car lap down? We've seen this field get pretty spread out here. I wonder if he's just the only car lap down at the moment.
I believe he should be. Was he a lap down though? Because but with all the pit stops, he may have actually ended up on the lead lap out of all of it.
Yeah, he might have been able to catch it back up to the tail end of the lead lap here.
I think this is a good chance for the 47 to repair some more of that damage, though.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Looks like everybody's just kind of laying it low here, waiting for the screen to come back.
And while we got a moment, to answer my comments on my stream, I'm not racing tonight, I'm just broadcasting this race, Truman.
And we are live here for the beginning of stage number 2. We got the 24 out front. The 24 is your
strategy.
Leader. And the green flag back in the air. We are underway at Talladega for stage 2. Everybody's damage is all cleaned up, nice and purdy. Everybody's good to go. Everybody's nice and happy. Green flag back in the air.
You got the 4 all over the 24's back bumper. 14 shot to the inside and onto the apron. Hopefully he gets back up clean. Stick. 48's really in the back now after being in the front for so much of this race. But he's looking to make some gains here on the bottom. He's underneath the 42 and now the 14. The inside line's looking to be pretty strong at the moment.
Well, it looks like we are getting going here.
48 bobbles. He got as he hit the 47 off to the side a little bit. Got him a little out of shape, but he was able to correct it.
They are still making that high line work. I'm surprised. I figured everybody would try to calm it down here. But we're still early on, and everybody's just kind of making it all crazy here. We got the 24 getting into the sucker hole here.
Well, you got that lag switch behind that line. You got the 24 in the sucker hole.
24 in the sucker hole. He's just going to fall all
headed
the way
to the back. As the 4 scraped the wall just a little bit.
He's trying to get back up into that high line, but I don't think anybody's going to let him here. Oh, they let him in. They let him in here.
They let him in, but it really hurt their momentum big time.
The 48 just made a big power slide up to the high side of the racetrack there. While you're doing this, I'm showing out a stream. I'm afraid I can still be a nice guy, even though he's not watching our stream. I'll promote him, you know.
Here's single Fine. Now you got a couple guys merging back to the high side again to try to make that second lane work once again here.
Yeah, but they've got the numbers. They've got all the Fords and a couple of the Hendrick cars working up here towards the top of the track.
Yeah, as bad as JB's rain was today, he's the one that's actually leading that high line right now.
Yeah,
as he drops back to the bottom.
That pack work. I think they're realizing that line, that move ain't going to work right now. But it looks like you still got the two Fords up. Oh, I think you got the 42 and the 2
got the 47 of David. He might be intoxicated by this point in the race. Oh, we got the 48 holding to the wall. Contact. Looks like the 41 spinning, the 10's on the apron.
Are spinning. Caution will wave here. Caution is out.
Caution will wave.
That was not the big one, but it definitely looked like a big wreck here.
I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than that ended up being. Let's take a look at the 41. How bad's the damn? 41 does not look that bad, actually.
There is a 41. Gotta find him around here somewhere.
I don't think he hit anything. Yeah. He must have just spun. Don't look like he has a whole
much damage. Where's the 14? How's the 14?
That's Cade.
Well, I gotta find him first.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot either. I got him up right now.
He doesn't have a whole lot of damage either. I think it was just a spin, but they are
pits are open and everybody looks like it's taken.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's taking the pit road this time.
.48 don't look too bad either. Because he got the wall hard there to back into that wreck. 42's off. He must be pulling some kind of strategy. Tegan's trying to get into his pit stalls. Everybody's exiting.
And it looks like the 14 is going to win the race off of pit road by a landslide. It wasn't even close.
The 88's got a little bit of damage there on his left front.
But I think everybody is all good here. No major damage really on anybody's car.
No.
Kate's
88's got a little wrinkle there on the hood, and the front end's a little dented in, but nothing major there.
Doesn't look like he Earnhardted himself into the wall and still going somehow. So, but for the most part, everybody is all good as far as the damage goes. I think really the only one, like you said, is just the 88.
42's got about the same. Is about the same position as the 88. He's got a little damage there on the left front, and his front. Then the nose is kind of dented in there a bit. But again, I don't believe that's going to be anything too major.
Right.
47's a little crinkled, but again, nothing major.
Nothing major here, but
10's got very minor damage. .14 as well, it's very minor on there on the hood. I missed that earlier when I was looking at it. 3's got a little bit, but again, there's a lot. I think about everybody, it almost seems like at this point has minor damage, but nothing major. Even your race leader with a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I think that's just going to be the nature of the beast, because you're giving these guys such a bump traffic down the straightaways here that you're going to get at least some minor damage.
It looks like we are getting ready to go back green.
But everybody's filing up here. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Read flag back in the air. We're underway at Talladega.
2 didn't get the jump I thought he would have got. 42 stayed pretty even with him there.
Yeah, 42 got a really good restart that time. And you still got those 3 Hendrick cars. They are trying to mash up together and try to get around this 2 car here.
The Fords are making that line look pretty strong earlier in the day. Can the Chevys do the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
big
it's a
stuff
NASCAR
coming from the 14 to the 10 and the 2 there. The Fords are getting hooked up pretty good there on the bottom right now. Because you got a Chevy there as well with the 47 that maybe just getting a little bit of that 14's draft.
But we are going here. It looks like the 3 Fords are making it work right now for the moment. 3 Fords are running around on the bottom there with Alexander Ned, the 10 car there of UCF, or UC Fan.
Yep.
And then you've got Cade there on the bottom there in 3rd place on the bottom line.
Indeed.
But it looks like you've got 4 cars there trying to make it work still.
You got Tegan Jones in the 4 car has jumped up to join that top shelf.
Yeah, he's trying to join that, but it looks like they've got the top 5 here. Looks like they're about even now. trying to make it work. But I think you need one more car there to maybe try to make a pass.
They're starting to make a little bit of a run if they can stay in line.
But here comes the 3 car. He might try to tag in the tail end of this and maybe try to get a push going. It looks like those guys up down there on the bottom are able to just run it so good through 3 and 4.
14.
As we see Cade on the apron.
Guy, he gets back there.
And everybody makes it through.
By what I'm hearing in the chat, it sounded like that may have been a plan thing for Cade to drop to the back and regroup.
I think he might try to go back to that high side, or he might just try to lay back here for a little while, try to stay out of the wrecks here.
We got us. I couldn't tell
Alexander
who.
Ned, once again, is your leader here in stage 2 so far.
He is. That high side, though, is still looking fairly strong.
Yeah, that high side's still working.
JB as well in the 41 machine has joined. As he shoots
he's
back
joined
down
back
to
up
the
there,
inside.
but he's going shooting back down to the bottom. I think what some of these guys in the back of this line are trying to do is they're trying to get that slingshot, or at least get a little bit of the draft, and then maybe try to hop back up and give that guy an extra push to keep the momentum going. But looks like in JB's case, he just wants to stay down
on
to
one
the
side
bottom
of that 2
here.
machine now. $14 tagged the wall there in the back.
He sure did. He sure did. It looks like Cade is fading a little bit. But this outside line, I am really impressed with so far this race and how well that has been able to work. It looks like the 42 might even try to take the lead here if they could just stay together on the exit of 3 and 4. It just seems like in 1 and 2, they are dead even. But for 3 and 4, it seems like they break up a little bit, and that inside line just has the better run coming to the line.
The 88 to me is just showing just a little bit of impatience there.
Yeah, if the 88 could just stay tucked in, you know, right behind those guys. I mean, really all they have to do is lift just a little bit. If they're able to, it looks like the 10 car trying to make contact there with the 42, trying to get a little bit of the side
the 2 car thought about trying to make a block up to that high side, but decides to go back down to the bottom.
He might need to this time, and they are side by side once again down the back straightaway. This outside line, if that 88 can stay patient, I feel like he's the X factor in all this.
Jumping up to the high side to join him.
And Cade is joining them this time. I think they might be able to get something
42
going.
looked like had the advantage into the corner.
Absolutely. If the 88 could just stay tucked in behind these guys, I think they'll definitely make a run. 10 to the cars to the apron. 10 car to the apron. And it looks like the 42 here, side by side. 42 has the advantage. They've got the strength of numbers now, and it looks like the 42 is going to lead the lap.
42 will indeed take the lead.
I don't know. And he will take the lead, but how long will he keep it? Seems like everybody's now filing back down to the bottom. Are going to try. No, it looks like everybody's kind of staying up high for the moment. I think they're trying to let everybody get in line together, stay working together, and then go back down to the bottom.
I believe that's part of the plan there. The 88 has ducked to the inside and bailed on the top line. Let's see if he can get a run here. 48 looking to take the lead there on the inside, as the 42 has gotten shoved up to the top side there. Looks like he's going backwards. Everybody has bails on the 42 and goes to the inside except for that 14 car. 4 car gets shot to the outside.
48 is going to lead this lap here.
He's been really fast all day so far.
Yeah, these 200 cars have shown a lot of speed so far. They have really shown up with a good plate package so far this year. By the way, off stream, I gotta tell you something that's kind of cool, kind of not, but we'll find out here later on in the week. Anyway, back to the race at hand. The 48 is still showing up strong here, but it looks like they're trying to get an outside line to work. Kind of not. I don't know. Felt cute. Might delete later. I don't know. But it seems like these guys are gonna fade to the back.
The 48's feeling cute right now as he continues to lead.
48 is feeling cute. Might win this stage. I don't know, but.
2 cars. 2 cars looking to the inside of the
48 out of the way. Looks like the 2 car is going to lead this lap.
2 car at the line, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. That was too
close.
Looks
like the 24 tags the wall a little bit.
24 is into the wall like Kyle Larson. He just could not get off that thing.
47 hit the apron a little bit.
Everybody's kind of bobbing and weaving here a little bit.
Things are getting dicey here as we come down the backstretch. Now, the 42 of Kyle Green looks to the inside. He's going to try to take the lead back. The 2 car looks like he's going to lose a lot of ground unless somebody decides to be nice to him.
Yep, it looks like these 4 guys here in the back of the pack are going to kind of stay there for the time being. So I personally think that 10 car has a lot of speed, but I think he's just trying to save his stuff for the end of the race for sure.
I think so too, because these guys up front, the way this line is looking, they're bound to wreck and crunch every single one, but somehow have not.
He is definitely taking the Dale Jarrett approach where he'll just lay in the back all day until it's time to go.
Now the 41 jumps to the bottom as he's trying to join the inside line there.
Oh, there goes the 14 with his lag switch. Get that 230 mile an hour push any moment now. Looks like the 42 just got it there. And they are not wrecking yet. Oh, 2 car into the wall. 2 car into the wall, probably due to the chain reaction of the 14. Everybody's kind of freaking out about that. But the 2 car is going to fade back here for a little bit. No takers on pit road yet this stage, which is kind of surprising.
I wonder if everybody's just trying to run it empty because they've seen the strategy call there at the end of the stage 1.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, if you could just run it all the way dry as long as you can, and then just take like 4 or 5 seconds of fuel, you're gonna be in really good shape to the end of the race.
With the speed the 10 and the 10 has shown, that I believe the 10 has and the 2 has, do you think they can work together and do something here?
Yeah, I mean they definitely can. I think, and this is how it usually goes. These first 2 stages, you're just going to work with your teammate and or your like manufacturer. But I think for years we've seen at Talladega where coming to the end of the race, your friends are where you find them in the pack. It doesn't matter if it's a Chevy, a Ford, a Toyota, hell, it could be a damn Volkswagen Bug out there. You're going to push whoever you can to get to the front and try to win the race.
I mean, just think about the early 2000s, back when Stewart was driving for Gibbs, he bails on his teammate and pushes Dale Jr. to the win at Talladega.
Well, I mean, if you look at it this way too, back in the early 2000s, Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart had a completely different mindset when it came to these plate races. Bobby Labonte, kind of like Dale Jarrett and Terry Labonte, kind of just wanted to lay back in the pack for most of the race until it was time to go. Tony was never that way. Tony was kind of in the same boat as Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. Run up front the entire race. Run up front as much as I possibly can. Right. And so that's how Tony kind of looked at it, and pushing Dale Jr. to the win. Did that mainly because Bobby Labonte really wasn't in contention all that much. Bobby just kind of took the survive mentality for the plate tracks, which, you know, that's not all bad, but it doesn't win you a lot of races at these plate tracks.
No, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, some of them guys that do that have had all success, but in the end, typically the guy that just runs up front has the most.
Right, because but I do agree.
We got a nice battle here at the back between the 3, the 2, the 24, and the 10 here.
They're bouncing off
shaping
each
out.
other.
There goes the 24 to the apron. He gathers it. The 3 lost a lot of ground in that too.
Yeah, 3 also lost a lot of ground there.
Let's take a look back into this front pack here.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of maybe pitting this time, maybe not. Nah, everybody's trying to stay out.
They're actually looking pretty calm right now. They're in that front pack. The 14, of course.
Everybody's kind of just trying to stay in line here. They know they got a long way to go.
48 looking to the top side, trying to take the lead away from that 42 machine. Nobody down there helping that 42 out. The 14 jumps to the bottom. Let's see if they work together. How well that works together. The 48 jumps to the bottom. Block as soon as he got clear of that 42. That was a tight squeeze.
Here comes the 14. Oh, he misjudged it there just a little bit. He's going to try to come to the outside now. Try to work with that 4 car. And it looks like the 88 might have the momentum here on the exit of 4. 88 tagged the wall.
He's actually already got a couple of wins this season. Looking to try to get another one.
And here comes the 88. He is back out front at Talladega. It's always nice to see that 88 car run good up front here at these plate tracks. Kind of reminds you of Dale Jr. And coming through turns 1 and 2.
48
looks like
now
the
shuffled to the top side.
And he's going to come back down to the bottom. Looked like Cade might have wanted to go with him, but he said, no, sir, it's not time yet. Here comes the 4. He's going to try to work around the 88 here. And he doesn't have his teammate quite right. So he's going to try to work together here. least for the
little battle shaping up.
It is a pretty nice battle shaping up. This is one of the most entertaining Talladega races on Heat 3 I've seen in a minute.
SHR is determined to make that high side work in regards to Tegan and Cade.
Yes, definitely for sure. They are definitely trying to make that outside lane work. But I think what's also smart about them is they know when not to use that outside line. They know they need the strength in numbers. That's the same with Tegan and
Cade. They've been working together for quite some time now in this league.
Yes, I think they've been working since the beginning, since they both joined in this league. But it looks like the 48, the 4, and the 14 are trying to make that outside line work. 48 going to try to take the lead back. They're coming down the backstretch here. If they could stay together through the entirety of 3 and 4, looks like we might have a new leader coming down to the line.
4 car tried to dive it.
The 4 and the 14 make contact a little bit.
14's in the wall.
Here. They are loose. 14. They are loose. The earth is round. I think the 14 lost it.
We got a couple of them. The 41's in the wall as well.
There's a 41's in the wall. The 47 is a spinning. They're going to have to throw the caution here.
41 takes his down pit road.
10 goes down.
47's running looks about as bad as it did there in stage 1 at it now again.
And the caution is out. Caution will wave here.
I'm hearing that pit road is going to be actually officially open on this lap.
Alright, pit road is open here. So, for a second, not to interrupt this great race that we're seeing, but Colin is in the lead at Talladega. For a second, it looked so smooth, I thought they were actually still under caution, but I didn't see the pace car there. But Colin is leading, coming off of turn 4 here. And not doing too bad of a job. You got the 13 coming to the outside of Colin there. See, I could be spotting in his race right now, but my computer decided to break. But I do not regret it one bit. I do get to commentate here for some NASCAR.
Well, if we get lined up here.
But it looks like everybody is going to come down pit road this time. I would imagine it's getting close to a fuel window.
Well, the guys that were involved in that wreck could definitely come in, go and repair some damage, get some fresh Goodyears on.
Yep, definitely for sure. Fill it up, see if they can make it to the end from here.
See if anybody stays out. We got some guys staying out, actually.
Yeah, that's an interesting call there. Some guys ended up trying to stay out.
Looks like the 24,
race,
the 48,
24, 48, 42,
88, and 42.
Yep, but those are staying out for the time being.
Interesting for sure.
I know you don't care, but Collins in second.
Hey.
Right? He is all over the back bumper of the 14, though. So what happened was the 14 got to his outside and got that run, and he should have blocked to the outside. Oh, but the 14 washed up. Here comes Colin back to the inside. Probably going to try to take the lead here. Looks like the 3 car also decided to stay out as well.
Yep, he did.
By the way. So he kind of applied the bumper to the 14 in the middle of the turn, I guess, or just like on the exit, where the bacon kind of falls off and makes a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
And the 14 called Colin a dirty driver.
Oh boy.
He said the move was dirty. And he barely, if you go back and watch, you'll probably go back and watch later. Oh, he's in it. Colin's in it. He's around. He's around. Keep it. Keep lock it down, lock it down, lock it down. Don't get hit, don't get hit. Don't get hit. Okay, alright.
Looks like we're lined up. I'd assume we'll be ready to go green here this time. 88, it looks like, could be patrolling the restart, as he has ran well most of this race.
All right, and it looks like we are double file here. Like you said, it looks like we're going to come back into the Geico restart zone this time for the Geico 250. Everybody's 2x2x2.
We're going to ride on board here, the 48.
Green flag back in the air. We are underway at Talladega.
88 was a really good start. 48 gave him a nice shove on that restart.
And here comes the 88. Got a really good restart there, like you just mentioned a moment ago. 48 running real good here.
Full car there, gives the 48 a nice little shove. They're back on the 88's bumper.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here comes the 4 car trying to make a move, and I think the 2's going to go with them. You got the 2 there and the 42 right behind them.
You got several there on that high side,
They're
trying to make it work.
I think they're going to make it work here. That 4 car definitely does look like he might have had a little bit of an advantage going this corner.
JB just got called as something. I don't know what in here for a radioactive moment.
Oh, by the way, when Colin spun, that sucks. Anyway, back to action here. The 88 is still out in front with the 48 running around in second. And you got the 14 right behind him.
14 sets P3 looking to the high side.
Looks like they're able to make it work. Here comes Cade. Cade is really down and determined. He's got the lag switch going here. He's got the big lag here coming down the back straight.
Into the wall with somebody there in the back of the field. I think that may have been...
24 is on the apron and the 24 is
wall.
Around. 24 is wrecked for sure. Looks like he might be done for the... evening, not telling. Oh, there's a big
now they're
now.
wrecking through the grass. Somebody's in the grass.
They're all wrecking.
Multiple cars around.
42 hard in the wall. Gordon Stewart hard in the wall. Edwards Almendinger.
Priest.
What race was that?
Caution is out. That 42 car has a lot of damage on the front end of that machine.
Yeah, that 42 might be done for this race. It looks like his
41 with a lot of front end damage, as well as the 47, which he has had. 10 cars got more damage than he's had earlier.
Is this mic even working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
14 with more damage. The 3's had some. 2's already had some. At 24, he's got a lot of damage as well. Looks like we're getting ready to go back green here.
And the green flag, we're getting ready to wave it here.
The 14 car pulled some strategy. He's your current race leader as we go back green. The 2 though with a really good start, but nobody really to help him right now.
And looks like the 88 is just going to go with the 14 here. The 4 might try to get around here on the exit of 2, trying to catch up to the 2 car, but I don't know if it's going to work quite yet.
The 88's probably praying to the internet gods for Cade's internet to hold up.
3 car back up front here. 3 cars up toward the front.
3 cars right in third. He is indeed.
Must have had a nice strategy calling the pits there. And look who's coming up through the field. It's the 10 car.
10 car just trying to stay out of trouble. He sets fourth. 3 out of the 3 cars, I believe, out of the top 5
here comes
is
the 8 to the
SHR,
bottom.
but they're starting to spread.
Get a line there. Once again, he's going to fall way back to the back. And I think the 14 led that lap. I think.
14's on the top shelf. He's got his teammates shoving him.
And it looks like everybody's kind of going 2x2x2. You know, from what I heard, speaking of going 2x2x2, we might have Noah's Ark here in just a moment. But with the plates being taken off, I've heard a rumor in the garage that they might go back to the tandem racing starting this weekend for Talladega.
I've heard that's the fear, but I've also heard that's not what people are wanting to see happen.
I think there's a possibility, but we'll definitely just have to see what happens come practice day on Friday. See what happens. You definitely know for sure that these guys are going to definitely be trying to run in a pack together on Friday just to get some data to see what the car will be. Because they haven't run without plates. They haven't run without plates since the 80s.
As we get singled out here for the time being, as the 2 got shuffled back as he's been up front for quite a bit today.
14 and the 48.
Somebody went down to the apron. I believe that's the 48 that was down there.
Yeah, 48 down to the apron, but he's going to fall back in line here. That looks like the 48 and the 10 did make a little bit of contact.
42's fighting on the end, trying to fight back on the inside. 48's going to have to make a move
here. What is he going to do? Is he going to go down there with the 42s? He's got to stay committed now. That
42's got to run. Let's see, 14 jumps down on that bottom side.
It looks like the 14 is going to pit. No, he's just down there on the apron. He needs to get back up on the track pretty quick. And he will. He'll just fall back to the back here. Hiding this time.
And you got the 47, all the wrecks he's been involved in. I think it's pretty impressive that he finds himself sitting in that number 2 position. Well, there went the 48 down to the apron once more here today. He's seen that quite frequently.
Alright, it looks like the 42 is staying out front, but it looks like there might be a move for the high line to get going.
Same car gets shuffled back. Somebody hit him. He goes down to the apron, saves it, but loses a lot of ground.
Yeah, that 10 car is just going to start falling back to the back. I think you just realize it's time to just try to keep it low here. 14 going to stay right behind the 48 for the time being. Let's see. Let's get on board with the leader here. Where's our leader? There he is. There's the leader here.
24 lead that top shelf.
Oh, the 47 and the 48 make contact. The 48's below the yellow line. He's trying to get around the 47, but I think that might be an illegal pass. He's going to have to back off. You cannot pass below the double yellow line.
A nice shot by the 24 gets that 47 back in line in that number 2 position.
Cannot do it. It is a big no-no. Just ask Justin Haley.
48,
looks like coming here through the trial. The 42 is going to try to lead this lap, and it looks like he will. 48 definitely going to try to take the lead here going through 1 2. He's got a really fast car
the light bump going on the 48 machine on the high side. 42 looking about on the inside though.
And they got it. Oh, the 47 and the 14 make contact. Into the wall. There's a wreck. We got a big
47 hard into the inside wall.
Caution is out. Caution will wait here.
47 once again, a lot of damage to that front end. That crew just cannot keep caught up with all the wreckage they have been caught up in. Another one they were just an innocent bystander in.
There's 7 laps to go in this Talladega race at Collins Inn. 24 out of 30.
Man. Back to this race, that 48 has a lot of damage as well on the front end of his machine.
Alright, it looks like we are single file here doing some pacing. I believe the pits will be open this time unless they've already made pit stops. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention much.
Alright,
we need some chat hype in here. Whoever's watching, I need some comments. Give me something to look at and talk about during this race. Y'all are boring me to death.
42 car will be leading the way. I believe pits are going to be open.
Looks like the pits will be open this time. The 48 may be trying to save gas down there on the flat. Looks like the 48 and the 42 are going to be side by side going down pit road.
42 coming down
everybody's
pit road.
Coming in. Just about everybody. Yeah, everybody's coming down pit road. 10 cars.
Well, the 14's now got damaged. He got destroyed entering pit road. think the 9 car that blew a motor early is the one that doesn't have any damage on their race car.
Yeah, absolutely for the moment. The only car sitting down there on the pits. It looks like the 42 will win the race off the pit road here unless he stayed out. Green flag back in the air in the stream that nobody cares about right now except for me.
Hey, I care. I care. How's he running?
So he got spun from the lead, fell back to 14th, and I think he worked his way back up to around 10th, maybe 9th now, I think. They're at lap 25 of 30. He said this is probably going to be the last restart of the race.
Gotcha.
But he has got a hell of a run. If that truck behind him could just push him, and they'll be able to. I think he
looks
might
like
get
we're
top 5 on this.
lined
Oh,
up
we got a
here.
little bit loose.
Looks like we're getting lined up here. Looks like we're about ready to go back green. Here as we work our way down, I believe it's 3 and 4.
Yeah, no. Is this your cue to get focused on the race at hand? All right, looks like they are doubling up here, getting ready to go back green. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
You got 4 Chevys in the top 5.
Oh, Kyle making some moves. He's going to try to work up the middle here. Oh, but 20-something cuts him off. Oh, he's in the middle of a 3-wide situation. He
As we come down through the trial,
Pace car is in.
We are coming through the trial.
Coming down to the Geico restart zone. They are coming up on it, coming up on it, coming up on it. Green flag's in hand. Green flag back in the air. 42 gets a hell of a restart there.
He did. And does he get too far ahead to where it hurts him in the end?
Colin's trying to make a big run here.
They don't have nothing formed up high, so it's not going to hurt.
Looks like everybody's going to try to file it out here for the time being. Colin's pushing it 3 wide with 4 to go.
Here in the 88, 42, 2, and 24 are hooked. The 48 as well, down to round out the top 5 for the time being, but he wants somebody to go with him on that high side.
Colin's going to give me a heart attack if I keep watching. Anyway, 42's out in front.
The 88, 42, and 2 stick hugging that yellow line all the way around.
Yep, absolutely. And the 42, maybe the 88 looked like he might have tried to do something there, but I think he's just ducking out every once in a while.
Glitch McGaffin as we're
3 to go in this race.
Down there in the chat in the 14
Colin's trying to push that lead truck up to the front, and he's going to be in second here.
That 48
Colin's
car.
up to second now.
That 48 car looking to battle with that with the damaged car at all. He's looking to battle on the top side, but he dives back into the bottom. The 14 follows with him.
And it looks like everybody's just trying to keep it clean and green. Oh, somebody's
48's
on
down
the
in the apron.
48's
He
loose.
got us, gets back up the track. 14 went wide.
Collins just took the lead and he's wrecked. He's wrecked. I don't think he's done. That's a lot of damage there, Lee, to caution is out for Colin. The race is done for him. He was not clear. See, if he would have had me, I wouldn't have cleared him. But anyway.
42, 88, 2, 48. All running nose to tail right now. 48 looks to the outside.
Nobody's there with him. He's going to have to make it work by himself. Nobody
drops back down to
the
bottom. So they continue to run single file. 3 takes a jump.
3 gets big loose. He got big loose going into that turn. I think he got a hit from behind.
He's in the freight train island at the moment. 24 cars now up high. It's the 41 and the 10 starting to work and make their gains towards the front now. As they've just kind of hung out in the back most of the day.
Yep, that 10 car looking to creep back up there once again. Coming off of turn 2 here.
The SHR cars right there together.
It's still got the same top 3 that you had pretty much this entire race. Same top 4, really.
Watch the SHR cars. They're right there together. 5, 6, 7, and 8.
You wonder if they might try to make a run up to the top side here to try to take the lead.
It wouldn't surprise me. There goes Tegan.
Yeah, there goes Tegan, but he ain't
nobody else goes
there.
with
There
you.
goes Alexander Ned. Oh, he's up into the wall.
We got him wrecking in the garage. The Hornet to the wall goes to 2.
Everybody's wrecking now. Edwards, Allmendinger. Oh, wait.
Caution flag is out on the speedway.
Caution is out.
The field is frozen. Number 2. A lot of damage to a lot of good cars there. Looks like guys are starting to get dicey here as we get to the later stages of this race. Looks like the 3 car's got a couple pissed off veterans on his ass right now in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. 42 is coming in. Looks
everybody's
like everybody's
coming down pit road. 42 will lead the way. But you know how pit stops can be here, Gary. This can change the complexion of the race. They need a good pit stop here. Who's going to win the race off of pit road. Then it's going to be the 88, the 47 will be your top 3. As they continue to argue in the chat. How much though does all that damage on that 47 car hurt him here down the stretch of this race?
And we got about 20 laps to go here at Talladega in this race. That is what Tegan is telling me.
Okay.
Just sent me a message here on Facebook. Is it already stage 3? Is it really stage 3? Oh, am I crazy?
Yeah, it's stage 3.
Oh my gosh, we have flown through this race.
Got a caution and it's stage 2, that's why we probably missed it.
Oh, that's probably what did it. Yep.
And it looks like we're getting lined up here.
Alright, it looks like we're going to go green here with about 20 laps of racing to go at Talladega.
Indeed. We're lined up here. The 4 car looks like it's going to round out. Looks like the 4 car and the Stewart Haas cars are going to be in the back. Can they make their way back towards the front? You got JB though running in that number 4 position, staying out of trouble.
Absolutely.
We're trying to go green here. 42 car, I believe, is trying to play some mind games as we're back under green here at Talladega.
And we're back underway here. The 42 gets a really good restart. The 88 is going to fall down to the bottom like he has the last couple. We'll see. Yep, and I think it is just about go time here at Talladega. We're coming down here to the last 20 laps or so.
The 47 giving that, or the 47 getting shoved by the 48. They run like the 10 car watches trying to set if he hit or if he got hit.
And the 88's just kind of buying his time. We are running out of time here.
You got 2 really damaged race cars running 3rd and 4th, so damage must not be hurting them too bad right now. Down as we come down through the tri-oval. Pretty much single file all the way through.
Single file all the way through, sounds about right. Coming off of turn 2 here, well, we've got the 42 still front.
We got one in the wall.
Looks like 14's the only one out there. That's just Cade. He's just out there trying to make that outside line work.
48 gets knocked out of line. He's in the wall.
and he's lost a lot of ground. I think his race might be done unless there's another caution here.
I'm almost, if I was a betting man, I'd almost say there'll be another caution here. Things are going to get pretty dicey these next few laps.
Yeah, it's coming down here to the closing laps here. Looks like we got about 15 or so to go here at Talladega. The 42 is still out in front, has pretty much dominated the race all day, but anybody can do that if you're just going to hold the bottom lane.
47.
Oh, so they called him out for having no talent there. Anyway, he has talent, I'm sure. It's just
see what happens when Kyle Larson runs the bottom.
Yeah, he actually runs good, and there's no right side damage either.
The 47, with all the damage he has, I think it's pretty impressive. He finds a way to be sitting in that number 3 spot.
Yeah, David really knows how to get it done at these plate tracks. Hell, you could have the whole front bumper off of that car, and I'm sure he'd probably be leading the race.
They come now down through the trial. You got Kate out there trying to find a few friends to go up high. They're not ready yet.
They are definitely not ready yet. I think everybody's going to try to wait within the last 5 laps, but I think that's when chaos is going to ensue. You got Kate lagging on behind us, the 10 cars into the wall, so is the 14. There might be a caution for that, there might not. I don't know. We'll find out here in just a moment. Can you see how many laps are left? Do you mind going in there and asking?
Yeah, just a second.
But meanwhile, while he is finding that out for me, he's still got the 42 running in the lead, and then you got the 88 and the 47 right there in the third spot.
Lap-wise left.
And we got JB running in fourth, running really strong.
All they said was less than 20.
Anyway, we're about to find out how many laps are really left in this race. It sounded like there was a little bit of miscommunication on my part. I do apologize for that, everybody. But it looks like the 42 is still running up front. You got the 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the,
somebody's
and the 24 back there.
14 and 10 it looks like got together and sent down pit row.
Ooh, oof.
There goes their race, and they are in desperate need of a caution now.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get it. How many laps are left? They tell you?
They just said less than 20.
That's my response to that. You got it on stream there, unfiltered. And
42,
like
88, 47, 41, and 4, it looks like rounds out your top 5 for the moment. Now shuffling back, it looks like the 2's entering the top 5 as he makes the move.
2 climbing back up into the top 5. He's been kind of quiet these last couple of stages here.
He has.
In the race.
He just was not. He just couldn't avoid trouble. Now he's finding himself with a dark horse shot of winning it.
Did you say a dark shit and a dark horse at the same time?
Dark horse shot.
Oh.
The 42 continuing the lead here. 4 Washington gets shoved out wide.
I'm going to take a minute from that one. Woo, that was good. Man. Shows where my mind is today, everybody. Coming off of turn number 2 here, I do believe. We got the 42 car still leading this race.
Continue to run single file. That 88 is determined to try to find a way to force that 42 up just enough to get underneath them.
When do you start losing your patience here as a driver?
Well, I don't have patience to begin with, so I'd have lost mine on about lap 2 when that first big wreck happened because nobody wanted to give it all.
Well, yeah, I hear you on that one.
The 88 and 42 are in sync at the moment. The 47 trying to join them. You got the 41 right there in the 2 and the 4. The 24, don't count him out as well as he's in that lead pack as well for the time being.
Rounding turn 2 once again. You got the 42
does this lap car that the leaders are catching quickly, what effect will they have on this lead pack?
I don't think they're going to have much, but they might have some. We'll see here.
Looks like it's the 14 machine, actually.
coming through turns 3 and 4 once again here at Talladega.
42, 88, 47, you're still your top three. 14 looks like he's staying high.
And coming through turn 4, the 42 is yet again going to lead another lap here in this race. And he might be able to do it here. He might be able to drift on up. Might not. It looks like the 41 and the 47 are trying to make some moves here late in the going. Could David try to be a surprise winner? Could he try to come up to the high side?
He's definitely good at these plate tracks, so if the opportunity comes, it'd definitely be a huge win to him and put him into that all-star race here in a couple of weeks.
Put him into the all-star race and into the chase. I think which will win in your end system here in this league, I do believe.
You are correct. I believe they use NASCAR system, so I believe that would be a correct statement. Looks like Kay's being courteous, staying up, out of the way.
He is staying the hell out of the way, out of these guys' way. He doesn't want to try to determine the ending of this race by him being in the way, so to speak.
As a leader, you have to, as a racer myself, I have a tremendous respect for lap cars, and they realize they know they're not having the day they would like to have, and they don't want to screw somebody else's up, and they just get out of the way. They get a lot of respect from me when they do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, I got a phone call. Oops, I missed it. Anyway, I'll have to answer that phone call here in just a moment here. Coming off of turn number 4, I do believe, once again, this is a 42.
The 42, the 88, the 47, the 41, and the 2 is your top 5 for the moment.
And once again, coming through turns 1 and 2, once again, you got the 42 still leading this race. You got the 88 and the 47. Is anybody going to try to make a move here? Can you tell me how many laps are to go? Will they actually give you an amount this time? I will go in there and raise hell if they do not give you a lap number.
Here they go into 3.
Coming through turns 3 and 4. Once again, you got the 42 still leading. Everybody's just keeping it cool on the bottom of the racetrack. Nobody's really wanting to make any moves just yet. You would think, coming down to the end of this race, somebody would try to make that high line. Hello once again, Colin. Welcome back to the stream. Everybody keeping it nice and clean and single file. Let's go on board with our leader, shall we? Let's go on. Let's go to the onboard camera here of Kyle Larson. Nothing to see there. Let's try to get on board here with the 41 of JB. We haven't changed the camera angle here in a little bit. Figured it'd be time to do that here. JB running a pretty solid race today. He's currently in the 4th position. Was kind of just laying back there in the beginning part of the race, just trying to stay out of trouble. Got into some trouble himself.
But if I'm correct,
now it looks like he's.
If memory's correctly, he has a win as well.
41. Oh, the 41 kind of lost a little bit of grip there on the extra 4. He's going to fall back even further. Oh, you got the
41 and the 14 made contact.
And I believe that will be a yellow. That will definitely have to be a yellow. Caution will wave here. I don't know how many laps there are to go, but the caution is out. This is what sucks about this. You can't tell what lap we're on.
Caution indeed is confirmed. It is out. Field will be slowing down here. I'm not sure. We will have a lucky dog, I believe. Not sure who. I'm hearing them talking about it in the chat.
It shouldn't be the 14. He brought that caution out.
It might be the 10 if he's a lap down.
I believe the 10 is a lap down. But man, that 3 car. Look at that 3 car, guys. He just has no front end. Look at that guy.
Confirmed. 10 will get the his lap back as he is the free pass. As the field will head down pit road, it looks like everybody will be taking. Any strategy? Anybody pull strategy here to try to get themselves some extra track position?
I mean, maybe you try to take 2 tires here, or maybe just some gas only, depending on your tire wear.
The 42 looks like goes gas only
just
again.
Take some gas and go. I will say, we are glad that you are able to watch the Geico 250 presented by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side.
Now that's a combination right there. Geico and Nationwide together. That's a combination right there, ladies and gentlemen. Or if you got your dog and cat watching, might as well include them too.
I mean, hey, you know, sometimes dogs and cats do get along. I don't know. But it looks like the 42, the 47, and the 2, that's going to be your positions 1 through 3 here for the restart.
That gecko up there on the Geico symbol looks like he's ready to wave that checkered.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting kind of tired of holding that checkered flag. Might be ready to drop it.
As we get later in this race, who do you got winning it?
I mean, I want to go with my gut and say the leader, but now that we've had a couple cautions here, it's just hard to tell who might win this thing. I would go to 47. I think he can laps left, by the way.
Let me find out.
Looks like they are going to go green this time by, though.
Hey, we guys got lap-wise.
All I gotta do is hit X to go over and just tell me. It's not hard. I'll raise hell.
How many laps you guys got left? 9 to go is what they're going to.
9 to go! They are coming to 9 to go here, and once they hit the Geico restart zone and hit the line, let's get this race going here. We're coming back into the restart zone. Reach up there and pull the belts, tie it one more time. Somebody's coming down pit road. I believe that is the 10 car. And the green flag back in the air. We are back underway at Talladega. Looks like the 42 once again got another good restart. By the way, the 48 is in the garage, has been in the garage, it looks like, for quite a while.
He may just get to the point where he suffered too much damage.
Yeah, probably got too much damage, and it looks like the 42 got a big restart here. That's going to play a disadvantage here coming. Once the pack catches up to him, he's going to be a sit and duck. The 47 of David
47 goes high, but no helpers. Tegan trying to join him.
Here comes the 4 to the high side. 42 going to drop back down to the bottom.
You got, it looks like the 88 possibly. Yep, the 88.
Looks like the 88 there, trying to make it work. And will the 2 car try to make a move?
We know the 14's got a lot of speed. Does he get up there and help his teammates get a win here?
I think he's going to try to help his teammates the very best that he can. Kate has always been a team player. He'll do just about anything for his teammates.
I agree. In my league on Tuesday nights, we've worked out pretty much all year together as teammates and have had a lot of success together.
Yep, definitely for sure. And it looks like the 88 might try to come out and peek to the outside, might not, just kind of speaking his way through. Here comes the 2 of Brad Keselowski.
47 kind of settling there in the bottom for the time being. It looks like they're going to try to make another charge.
And everybody's kind of recharging and rebooting their slingshot moves here coming down to the end of this race.
42 continues the lead. You got the 2, the 41, the 24, and the 88.
Everybody's getting antsy.
Somebody got the apron, but they were able to gather it. I believe that might have been the 24.
Everybody's getting antsy here. I think we're coming to 5 to go here this time by. 5 laps of racing to go from Talladega.
That's a word.
And it looks like the 42 is just able to keep it right down there. 7 to go? I'm sorry, I can't count. I'm from Indiana. Give me some slack here. 7 laps of racing to go.
You got that 42 car. I don't know. You're going to have to either, one, make the high line work, or force him to make a mistake, because you're not getting under him otherwise.
Yeah, he is right down there on that yellow line. I think you're just going to have to... I think you're just better off just trying to make that move. And I wish, you know, I think Alex could make that move. He's got a fast enough car. We've seen him make that move.
Especially now they got a line foreman.
They got a line foreman here. I think it's time to go now.
88 in the grass, the apron. He holds it, I think.
Ooh, he's going to hold it. Oh, here comes the 24.
24,
he's loose.
this is going to get sketchy.
Well. And I think they're going to work out just fine.
And it works out in the end.
Kind of like Darrell Waltrip when they're going 4 wide at the All-Star race. Remember that? Oh man! And here we are. They're still running nose to tail here, but it looks like they're trying to get that outside line going here with the
41. You know, we haven't talked about him on this last run, but he has snuck his way up into the number 3 slot.
Yeah, the number 3 slot there, JB, having a really nice run here in stage 3. Pretty much the tail end of the top 5, pretty much this entire stage. But now he's trying to make some noise and maybe try to get up there and steal another win. But it looks like the 2 is right all over the bumper. How long would you wait as a 2 car? I think it's time to go. I think we're coming around here to 5 to go this time for real this time.
Should be around that area. I mean, because I feel like you gotta I feel like you gotta start feeling that outside out before the last lap. You can't just make it in one go.
I don't think. Yeah, you definitely gotta see what you can do, and then try to. Here comes the 41. The 41's gonna make a move.
He's got help and a lot of it.
He's got a lot of help here. Is he gonna be able to make that outside lane?
The 47
work? No.
jumps to the inside of Rose. The 41 hung out to dry.
Everybody left the 41 coming down to the English interpreter. Oh, why thank you. Trent needs it. No, Trent doesn't need a better mic. He just needs to get out of the wind tunnel. Coming off of turn number 4 here, 4 laps of racing to go. You still got the 42 and the 2 working together. You got the 4 trying to make the outside line work with the 47. It's just going to take strength in numbers here. The 2 is actually now starting to peek to the outside here. But I think he's just wanting to stay there. I
47, he's trying to make something work still.
Slow car to the apron here. Slow car on the apron. Is he going to stay out of the way? I think he will.
That is the 10 car of Dustin, I believe.
That is the 10 car, and here comes the 47. He's trying to make the outside work. Is the 2 car going to go with him? No, that 2 car just wants to stay right there, right where he is. I wish he'd make a move.
Looking, the 47 goes for somebody. I don't think we got a couple of them wrecking down there.
And then we're coming to 3 to go here, I do believe this time by. 42 is still your leader. Next time by will be 2 to go. Everybody's just keeping it nice and polite, running single file. But you got guys still trying to make moves, trying to make the outside line work, but I think everybody's just kind of waiting for the last lap. I think for a guy like Ned, he's been running the bottom the whole race. I think this is where it's going to come to play to his disadvantage because he hasn't had any lap time. He hasn't had any track time to the outside line.
Here goes the 47 on the high side one more time with the 4, the 88, and the 3.
Trying to make it work. The 3 car now trying to get involved in this battle.
As they
here.
jump back to the bottom. The 88
14 bouncing off everybody.
Up. 47 jumps back up there.
And they're getting that. They're trying. I think what they're doing is they're taking my approach. They're getting to the inside, trying to get that slingshot. 2 laps of racing to go at Talladega. This last lap is going to get crazy here, folks. You have tuned into a good one.
Here
as
they
you see the 47 trying to lead the charge to the outside. Coming off of turn number 2, once again, the 2 car might be trying to peek and make a move, might not. And
that 47 sure is looking though.
That 47 is more than looking. I think Alexander Ned has got the 42 off of the bottom. Oh, there's somebody around up there.
Oh, the 47 gets put in the wall.
The 47 is hard in the wall. And they're coming off.
That's
of turn
got to be
once
heartbreaking
again,
for them guys. He's had such a good run going there.
Flag here. Here is the last lap. This is for all the marbles. This is what you do every single Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Making the big bucks. Coming off a turn, going into turn 1 for the final time.
Things are gonna get crazy. You got the 4 car way up high trying to make the outside work.
The 4 car is definitely trying to do something desperate here, but I think the 42 has got this in the bag because that 2 hasn't been able to make a move all race.
He's looking. The 42 blocks it. The 88 looks underneath.
He's trying to block.
We got the 4 and the 14 wrecking. It's the 3 car race to the finish.
Who's going to win it here? Who's going to come to the checkered flag and get to the line first? I think it's going to be that 42. These guys just did not try to get that high line going here late in the race when it counted the most. 42 coming to the trial for the final time. The race is just beginning here, but I think he's got it here in the bag, and the 42 is going to win at Talladega. And that is your race here.
What a race here at Talladega. The 42 wins. Just think nobody could get anything going on the high side when it mattered most.
And that is your race, ladies and gentlemen. That is Talladega, the Geico 250, presented by Nationwide. That's a good meme. You should look that up.
Indeed, it was a good race in the end. Just nobody could get anything going on the high side to beat that Creta 1 bank number 42.
Yeah, absolutely not. Kyle Larson is going to win for the first time in half a decade, it seems like. He's going to victory lane today. He got the 88, finishing a strong second place, very respectable. I still think if Alexander Ned had run the high line maybe a little bit more early on in the race, like stage 1, he might have had a shot at it.
I think if Alex and the 47 of David don't get together, I think the 47 jumps up and steals that win in the end.
Yeah, you know, that is a very good possibility for sure. As we see the race end here, that looks like that is it. That looks like that's it, guys.
Indeed.
Well, we do appreciate you all watching. Once again, thank you all for coming into the stream and watching somewhat. That is Talladega. My name is Gary. That's Trenton. This is going to be it for the stream. We will see you all in the next video.